This is Liz, and this is week 2 of trying to write every day in November for my novel, Project His. It's also been the first week of school, and so I haven't really balanced anything. On top of that, I really don't know much of the story yet. I already know what it is at its core, what's the ending, and what I'm trying to introduce, but at the same time, a novel is a lot of different things fused into one. And when you read a novel, you're like, oh my god, how does one person know so many things? Spoiler alert, they don't. I don't know, honestly, at this point. So yeah, that's the vlog. Hi girlies. So if you saw my previous video, then you already know that I talked about how the romantasy was not romantasying. And so I took a break. I haven't really written anything today. I was just staring off into space, thinking development. I just woke up from a nap. I took a walk. I'm here in the city because of an errand. And while I was eating after my nap, I was also journaling. I was writing. I was just brainstorming. I've been thinking about scenes, and I really want to experiment with sexual tension. Let's go. So I've been thinking, and I have been up to not all good things. Yesterday, I didn't write any prose. I didn't write anything on the draft. What I did was I was cackling as I was making my cheat sheet. Like, finally, I was making my own cheat sheets for the story. So I made a character table. I also made a detailed outline that I could finally accept as the actual storyline for Act 1. I'm just parroting what I thought of yesterday, but I really don't know what to do with the material I have. It's either I continue to write scenes for the act that I haven't dived into yet, or I start with Act 2 so that I could finally get somewhere in that other half, or I could start from the beginning, which I don't think it's good progress. So this isn't to say that I haven't really achieved anything by forcing myself to write every day. It's just that what I achieved was enlightenment. And I don't know if I should acknowledge that as early as now, or I ignore it and then I continue. Catch you later. subplots. Romance, I think I'm trying to get there. I'm not entirely sure what their dynamic is going to be. The fun aspect. Now, I'm not too sure because I don't think we have solidified the journey enough. I don't know if there's going to be any fights or there's going to be interesting arcs where we can learn with our characters. And I've been thinking, since Arcane Season 2 just released, I haven't watched it yet, but I'm so excited for it. And the way the characters are written are so complex. And I want to explore that with my main character also. So I was thinking, what if I write as if my characters are gender bent? Then what would their story be? But I also want to maintain like the core themes of it. So yeah, that would be an interesting writing practice for this one. I've written a bunch of things that I think wouldn't really add to the material, so I don't think word count counts. I've also been writing in different documents, brainstorming and all that. So those also don't add to my word count, but they definitely do add to my progress. As for writing, so I watched this video and that basically taught me how to look at the main points of my story. It also really helps with me juggling my subplots because at some point your subplot has to be mixed with your main plot. And yeah, I just don't know how to go about it. So my goal for the story is I think about 40 something chapters. So like this much for the inciting incident, this much for the first pinch, this much for the second pinch, and then climax to resolution. So that much is possible, but there are also a lot of things that I am thinking about. I also want to remind myself to be kind to my progress because there's a reason why this story doesn't leave my mind after all these years. And so I want to tell that story. That's just something that I have to remind myself. But I've been reading a lot of books. It's bad. It's bad to compare yourself to final outputs. But yeah, it's like, oh my god, do I even want to start? What if the story is not worth storying? What if this story is not worth telling, So yeah, that's it. That's it for this week's video. As much as it is an epic fail, it's still not nothing. So who's winning? Who's winning? Good luck, world.